Y'all like my new shirt? Decent, right? I bought this 8 years ago. Spent like 20 bucks on it. Spending money is about the easiest thing any one of us can do. But it takes a lot of discipline and self-control to tell yourself no when you're about to make those impulse purchases. When I first started my debt-free slash wealth building journey, I knew before I picked up any side hustles and extra jobs that cutting my expenses would be the easiest way to put some money back in my pocket. And that's exactly what I did. I used to spend a lot of money, a whole lot of money, and I didn't even know how I was able to pull it off because I was making way less back then. 18K per year to be exact, and I was spending money like I had it when I really didn't. The first thing I stopped spending money on, we'll do a twofer here. The first two things I stopped spending money on was excessive clothes and excessive shoes. This goes back to my younger years, high school years. I used to spend a lot of money on clothes and shoes. Clothes, whatever was in style. Shoes, Jordans, Jordans, Jordans. That's all I wore. It's literally all I wore. Jordans and Air Force Ones. Any pair of Jordans that came out, believe me, your boy was copping them. And those range from 150, 200, and up. If you buy some exclusives, and I was buying exclusives, I was buying them first day they came out. So I was spending top dollar. I was spending top dollar for those shoes, and that was a terrible habit. That was a really bad habit. Last pair of Jordans I bought was in 2016. Bought some Aqua 8s. And I kicked myself in the butt for it because technically I had started my journey already. But I justified buying that last pair of Jordans by it being my birthday, right? It was my golden birthday at that. I turned 27. My birthday is November 27th. Boom. Aqua 8s. That's over with. I'm a classic man, right? I still got my kicks. I still got some kicks, a decent selection, but I try not to overdo it. Solid colors for me. Solid colors is the way to go. As far as clothes, few pair of pants, few shirts, I mix them up interchangeably, and that's all I need. Got my one tailor suit. That's all I need. If there's anything that comes up that requires me to wear a specific outfit and I don't have it, then I just buy it as I need. So there's no real need for me to continuously buy clothes. Plus, I wear a lot of t-shirts and hoodies. If you can't tell from my videos, I wear a lot of t-shirts and hoodies. So everything I need, I got already as far as clothes. The next thing I no longer spend money on may come as a shocker to you, but I used to be a smoker. I used to smoke heavy. I used to let the ganja burn, the loud, the zaza, whatever they call it now. And I also used to be Newport crazy. Yes, I used to smoke cigarettes and green, and I let all of that go. It's been 5 years now. 5 years, and I have zero urges. I would spend upwards of 300, just under $400 per month on that, and 200 of that, like at least 220 of that, was on cigarettes. They're extremely expensive here in Chicago, right? Just about $15 a pack. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So the main reason I let that go was to save some money, aside from the health benefits and the fact that nobody wants to be around somebody who smells like smoke all day. And it's just something I'm grateful. Something I'm grateful to have let go. And I have zero urges. Literally zero urges. It was really, really tough. Like, me and Carrie used to fight all the time because she has asthma and I'm coming in the house smelling like smoke. She used to go crazy. Like, would you just... I'm like, fam, have you ever smoked? Do you know how hard it is to kick an addiction like cigarettes, and an addiction like, I don't even know if it's safe to say on YouTube, but you know what I'm saying. Another reason was the fact that I was on a job hunt. Let me put that out there. A lot of companies test these days, and if I fail those tests, what would that do for me? That took a lot. That took a lot. And like I said, that's over with for me. The next thing I no longer spend money on is modifications to my car. I am a car guy, right? I worked in the automotive industry for just under a decade, and I can rattle off the names of every car, the make, the models, the designer, all of that stuff. I know all of the specs. Like, I love cars, right? And when I was younger, I bought my first car. I souped it up, put TVs, put sounds, put alarms, did all this crazy stuff to it. Cold air intakes, I would switch out the exhaust, change the wheels. Like, I used to do a lot of crazy stuff to my cars because I enjoyed that. I was fun. I like riding how I like to ride. And that carried over. Leah, Leah the LeSabre, the car that I have now, She experienced a few modifications, and then I told myself, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I put a remote start and alarm on her. I put an aftermarket radio in there. I had some speakers in there. I put some rims on her. A lot of y'all don't know that. I hooked her up, and I perpetuated that stereotype proudly because I spent more on all of those modifications than I spent on the car. Paid $1,000 for the car. The speakers, $400 speakers. The radio, $300 radio. The remote start and an alarm, $400. The rims, $350. I spent a lot of money on her, and I had to tell myself, and I was already on year one. I was already on year one of my journey, and that was a mistake. It was a bump in the road. It was something that cost me, and it was something that made me reflect, like, fam, what are you doing? Are you trying to save money? Are you trying to pay off debt? Like, what are you doing? So I say that to say everybody's journey is going to be imperfect, right? You're going to get those urges. You're going to get those urges. If you give in, give yourself grace, and just tell yourself, I messed up. I'll do better next time. That's exactly what I did. Hard left into adulthood. I no longer spend money on K-Cups. No longer spend money on K-Cups, right? We all know what the Keurig is. You make your coffee at home. You know the little pods you put in there. Those are far more expensive than just buying a big can of whatever you like from Sam's Club or Costco or whatever. That's what I do now. That's what I do now, and that saves me a lot of money. I'm a coffee drinker. I'm a coffee snob to a degree. Like, I like what I like as far as coffee. Give me some French vanilla. Give me some hazelnut. Give me the good stuff. No regular, no decaf, no medium. I like the flavor coffee. I like the smell, the aroma, the taste. That's what I like. So no more K-Cups. From now, I just use the filters. I fill it up with water. I put the grounds in there, and I have a blast. Last but not least, the two things I no longer spend money on is extensive takeout and extensive alcohol. Do I still go out to eat? Yes. Do I go out to eat 5 days a week like I used to? Not at all. I make all my meals at home. I eat a lot of sandwiches. If you've been following me, you know, sandwich guy status. I eat a lot of sandwiches, and I also make those extensive meals, right? Those meals you can stretch out throughout a week, like your chicken Alfredo, like your spaghettis, like your chilies, like your beef stroganoffs, like your tacos. I make meals like that. I make meals that you could just stretch out for at least 3 to 4 days. That way I hedge the urge to go out and buy stuff. I always make sure I buy stuff and make stuff that I like when I go grocery shopping, because it's no fun if you're just eating stuff just for the sake of saving money. Like, I'm past that stage. Buy what you like, make it at home, and make sure you can stretch it out versus going through the drive-through 5 days a week. That's how you drain your money. People spend a lot of money on food. That's over with for me. As far as the alcohol, do I drink? Yes. How I hedge going out and spending that markup price at your bars and your party, I get it. Nobody's really going out like that. But I do Sam's Club, Costco, Benny's. I buy all my alcohol at discount prices. And I do the old college pregame. I do the pregame. I'll drink at home first, so when I do go out, I don't have to drink as much. I can still be social and drink accordingly, drink responsibly, but I don't have to overdo it, right? I don't like to get drunk anymore. That's my thing. I did all that reckless stuff back in the day, blackout drunk, not remembering how I got home, waking up in random places. Like, that's over with for me. That's dangerous, especially now as a father. I like to get a little buzz. I like to feel nice, and I keep it there. I also chase with water so that way I don't have a hangover in the morning. So I hope this video helped you. Let me know in the comments what you no longer spend money on, because at the end of the day, it's okay to spend money. It's just about being mindful. Everything must be done in moderation. And if you do make a mistake, if you're paying off debt or if you're trying to save and you keep finding yourself making these impulse purchases, check yourself. Check yourself. Refer back to this video if you need to. And then give yourself grace and keep it moving. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Follow me on IG. I go by the name of Q. And like I always say, if Q can make it happen, you can make it happen. I'll holler at y'all next video. Peace.